So, Ashley, not a lot of time for the starters in preseason, so it is kind of hard to understand. I know you wrote an article about Jerome Ford, kind of taking on more of a featured role. Take us through that.
Yeah, I think Jerome is interesting because he's in a very different position from last year, right? Entering year three, obviously now. But last year, he kind of got forced into duty in a way that no one really expected because Nick Chubb suffered his season-ending injury in week two out at Pittsburgh and was done for the year. But this year, Jerome Ford comes into the season. Number one, he stayed healthy for all of training camp, which is something he was not able to do his first 2 years in the NFL. So he's had a nice, long, consistent ramp up period. But on top of that, with Nick Chubb remaining on the pup list, they know he's going to be out these first 4 games at least by the NFL rules. He has this knowledge, okay, and they have this knowledge that, hey, we're going to have to use Jerome Ford more in that featured back sort of role. Of course, last year they loved using him as their third down back. But I think it's just a big difference when you have a player coming into year three and he knows, okay, this is how it works. They're expecting a lot more out of me right from the jump. So I do think he is one of the more interesting pieces on this offense, knowing how he was thrust into duty last year. And this year, it's just kind of going to be something that he's worked for all summer, knowing what Nick Chubb was coming off of and what he's been dealing with his rehab after having that knee totally reconstructured.
Yeah, the other thing was, last year you kept losing tackles. You
Mhm.
lost Jedrick Wills, you lost DeJuan Jones, so that affects a running back as well.